What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It's the 20th day of July. We're moving right on through the month. It's been a fast month, man. It's crazy how fast time's going. Here we are at about $118,000, 22 hours left in the day. And I feel like we're on the edge of a cliff here. I think that we are about to move down, genuinely. I don't think that we're going to see anything too dramatic. It's not going to be a cycle-stopping drop. But understand, a lot of good news has come out over the past 48 hours. We're on CNBC, right? See, I'm pretty sure CNBC, every time they talk bullish about Bitcoin, it goes down. Every time they talk bearish about it, it goes up. Just words of the wise there. For any aspiring traders, don't even have to trade. You just have to watch CNBC, and whenever they talk bullish or bearish about Bitcoin, you'll have a 9 to 10 and probably like a 99 out of 100 win rate. And a lot of good news has come out over the past 48 hours. We haven't gone anywhere. It almost feels like people are more bullish here than they were whenever we were moving up. It's like there's more euphoria now than there was then. I don't understand it. I mean, CT, you guys, crypto Twitter, it's not CT anymore, but that's all the OGs call it CT. If anybody ever wonders, if you're on X.com and you see people talking about CT, it's crypto Twitter, crypto X, right? It's like instead of having Twitter being like your Facebook or your Instagram or any other social medias, you have it specifically set just to follow crypto influencers or any kind of politicians or anything that has to do with crypto, right? CT is lit, you guys. It is very lit right now. And if you're in crypto, you should absolutely do that. You should maybe, if you want to have an X.com that is personal for like all the other BS and stuff that you want, but if you're serious about crypto, just follow. And I guess I got some people, some BSers too, but just follow people that are relative to crypto, just to get the vibe, right? Just get the vibe. And the Tates do actually talk about crypto here and there too. But I'm straying here. Let's get back to the task at hand. Very bullish, very bullish. Okay, and that's what makes me think we're going to go down. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, it'll make sense in a few days. I am expecting that we will drop. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, and the next day. I think what's going to happen here is that we're going to drop. Everybody's on top of the world right now. Everybody's watching CNBC, the news, thinking that they're so smart for buying Bitcoin at all-time highs. Getting into it now. It's the best time. They're telling all their friends to get into it now, get into it now. That's like top times. That's whenever we find a relative top. And I mean like a cycle ending top. I don't think that we're there yet. I don't think we're at a cycle ending top yet. But it just feels, it's reminiscent of that to me. So I think we need a little shakeout. We need to curb our enthusiasm. And watch. It's going to be funny. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's going to be really funny. Watch what happens, okay? We'll move down. Some price that's below this low. I don't know where it'll be. 114K, 113K, 112K. I don't know. 115 maybe. We're going to move to some price that's just below this low. And then we're going to come right back up. We're going to move down so fast, it's going to make your head spin. And then we're going to be right back up to this exact same price 2 days later. And then all the people who are super bullish here right now at this price, they're going to be quiet here at this exact same price. All the news, all the fundamentals haven't changed. It's all the same stuff, but people are going to be hesitant now. They're going to be humbled. There's going to be shorts piled on, and that's exactly what we need to send this thing higher. Right? Everybody's bullish. Everybody bought right now. Everybody's going long. That's why we're going to go down. Right? The markets are made to take your money. Most of the time. Eric Crown said this, and I don't think he's the one that made this up, but he said this. Most markets are made to take most of the money from most people most of the time. And that always stuck with me. That's how it works. And I feel like we've got this shaved kind of higher-low setup here that we've been holding. Right? Everything's fine. Everything's fine as long as this holds. Boom. Everything's fine as long as we've got a higher low. Boom. Now what? And then we rip. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. It's literally what I think is going to happen. Let's dissect this a little more and see if we can divulge some information on the charts to actually say this beyond just my... I mean, I feel like looking at the chart, it looks like it wants to go down, but just beyond just my analysis of CT and how bullish the markets are right now. Let's look at this from a low here to a high there. you know, 1272 down to the 1618, that'd be 112.6K to 114.3K. We're at 118K now, you guys. That would do it. Something in this area, I think that's exactly what we need. And we don't have to go down there. I mean, hell, Bitcoin, if it wants to rip, it can rip. It just seems too easy, though, and Bitcoin's never easy, you guys. Absolutely not. And if we were going to continue to move, I think these are some very top-looking candles, right? Like very bearish kind of looking candles. Notice how we're rejecting more down here, where here we're getting these wicks, but we're actually hugging this line a lot more, where we're repulsed by this one. I think we're going to break. And it's that break that's going to cause some capitulation. If we look at the 1 hour time frame here, 1 hour time frame, MACD is below the zero. That's bearish. Stochastics, they look like they want to go up a little bit. Maybe that's bullish, but we could find some resistance here. The 1 hour time frame is not as reliable. The RSI looks like it's in a downtrend, right? Lower lows, lower highs. Even dating back here, lower highs, right? All the way back here. We're at a point where you'd find resistance and expect to go down. And the thing is, you guys, notice, right? Let's take notice of this real quick, okay? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but, and this might help you understand the RSI more, because people think, oh, it's oversold. That means it's time to buy. Not necessarily. Yes, you want to buy when it's oversold. Yes, you want to sell when it's overbought, but just hold your horses, okay? Let's look. Oversold here. Overbought here. Overbought here. Overbought here. We don't need to get another oversold. It's just oversold or overbought. Treat it the same, okay? And just understand, when you're overbought or oversold, that's when you're seeing strong movements. Was it a good time to sell there? Hell no. All right, we kept going. Was it a good time to sell as soon as we got overbought? Hell no. That's when we get the strong movements. I have a purpose. Stick with it, okay? Overbought. You're getting the strongest. Was it as strong as this move over here? Hell no. It was way stronger once we got overbought. Were we trending in the RSI? Were we moving up in the price? Yes. But it was way stronger once we got overbought, okay? The 1 hour RSI, same thing with the oversold zone, right? Whenever we got oversold, were we trending down? Yes, right? We moved down pretty strong, but what was the biggest part of this move here in the price? Where was the biggest part of the move? It was here once we were oversold, right? And yes, it's best to buy whenever you're oversold. If you bought as soon as we got oversold, you would have bought right here. Did you catch the low? Hell no. It was way, way lower after that, right? But the point being, if we look at this, you've got lower lows and lower highs, right? We haven't been oversold yet, which means in this little slice right here, as dramatic as these little down moves might have seemed, they're nothing in comparison to what's coming, right? And whenever I say what's coming, it sounds ominous. We're not going to drop. It's not going to be cycle-ending stuff, you guys, but bigger. It's going to be like this. If we got another move like that, you think that was it and then we're done? I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. Not at this point in time. Things look bearish. Hi, Mufasa. That's my cat. If you guys hear him meowing, he likes to come out at night. Rafiki will come out in the mornings. Mufasa comes out at night. No, seriously though, I don't know why, but Mufasa, like, he will avoid me all periods of the day, but whenever it's like after 6 o'clock in the afternoon, it's like his time to harass me. He just wants me to pet him and give him love for hours. And anyways, you might see me itching my nose too, because he's a hairy cat, man. Hair will fly up all over the place. I'll touch my face, and he's the fluffy one. But anyways, I gotta get back to this. Okay, so 4 hour time frame here. The 4 hour MACD, you guys, I don't know. With the 1 hour looking the way it does, I was thinking the MACD would hold this as support, but man, if price goes the way I think it's going to, we're going to go below the zero here with the oscillators, and if we do that, we're going to get a strong move indeed, and it might happen today, Sunday, if not tomorrow, Monday, right? I mean, look at this. We're so bullish. Think about it, guys. We're so bullish. Can't be stopped. Michael Saylor was right. Anybody who bought Bitcoin over the last 48 hours is just a genius because CNBC told them to. Or because you see everybody on X.com saying it's a bright idea now, right? They weren't super loud when we were below 110K, but now everybody's super loud about it, right? At the all-time highs. And we're super bullish, and even though we're super bullish, we're getting these wicks to the upside. We're not doing anything. We're finding resistance at prior support, at prior resistance, at prior resistance, at prior support. But we're wicking. We should be moving up. But we're not. So what's that tell you? We're probably going to go down. 4-hour RSI looks bearish, guys. Grinding out here, look, you're finding support at the 40. You're bullish overall, but look, you broke out of your uptrend. You broke out of it. Now you have a downtrend. Yeah? Downtrend's ending the oversold zone. Rejecting the 50. Lower parts of the RSI equals bearish normally. And the lower parts haven't even come yet. We made this move down without being oversold. What, you know? Is that registering? Are we starting to get through? Let's see. Like, what if we had a move that was like this, but bigger, right? What if we go down to 113.7K? What if we go down to 112K? Genuinely. And the concern that I have with this, okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if we were to do this kind of a move, I would want to see something happen like this, okay? It would have if it was to happen today, that would be very unfortunate, okay? Because this is the end of the week. I'm going to tie all this together in just a second, but if it were to happen today, it'd have to happen so fast and then come up all in the same day. By the end of today's close, we would have to be back above 116K. And the reason why is because if not, then our weekly RSI gets out of the overbought zone. And when you get into the overbought zone and out of it after 1 week like that, that's a very bad sign, you guys. Last time, in fact, if we go back through Bitcoin's history, it doesn't do that, right? You either reject the overbought zone or you stay in the overbought zone for several weeks at a time, 5 to 7 weeks at a minimum, if not longer, a lot longer. All these little spikes here, right? That's not what I'm talking about. Those are 5 to 6 weeks that we're staying in the overbought zone there. This is what I'm talking about. That it might seem insignificant, but look, we've never done this before, ever, on this chart's history. And this isn't the all-time history. If we had the all-time history pulled up, you'd see that it happened one other time. But both times led to a month, if not multiple months, of consolidation afterwards. If we understand what I'm saying here, if we were to drop today, that could be a real stopper in the momentum that Bitcoin has right now, because effectively what that would mean is that we're going to, instead of pump through the rest of July and going into August, we would consolidate. And that doesn't line up with my opinion, with my perspective of the markets. So being here at 117.9K now, I don't think the drop's going to happen today, Sunday. And again, it's very important that it doesn't happen because we're on the weekly time frame, 22 hours left in the week here. It's very important that this doesn't happen today because we need to stay overbought, guys. I can't stress this enough. We need to. If we get out of the overbought zone, it's not cycle ending stuff, but damn, that's going to suck. It's going to kill the momentum. It really will. We'll have to reset. Rejecting the overbought zone is not something that you just curtail. It can, but like that, understand this was as bullish of a reaction as you could have, and that was 5 weeks of consolidation there, right? We don't want to do that again. We want to keep moving up. It's vital that Bitcoin does not close below like 116K today, okay? Tomorrow, Monday, can be the drop. We can see the drop happen on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And then I would like it, if and when it happens, I'd like it to be over just as fast as it comes. It's over just as fast, right? And we're back up in it. Because if it doesn't happen that way, if it's anything other than that, then we will be consolidating for a lot longer. Or maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just a doomsdayer. And we're just going to continue ripping through the roof. But you got to admit, man, 21 hours left in this week. That's a rather ominous-looking candle there, you guys. It's a rather ominous-looking candle. Got to call a spade whenever you see it spading. I got nothing else for you. C-Zar, the momentary bear, is out. I mean, overall bullish. Overall, the expectation still, and I want to be clear, we haven't talked about it, but the expectation still is that we will see Bitcoin at 180K by the end of August. All that is still on par. I haven't seen enough data to change that perspective yet. But something's brewing. And none of this is me telling people to panic sell. None of this is me telling you to get out now. What this is me saying is that it's a prepare yourself. It's okay. There's going to be a little shakeout. That's why they call it a shakeout. Don't get shaken out. Hold your bags. Buy the dip. That's also why that's a saying. And we will continue to grow afterwards. But I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.